ever feel overwhelmed? Like there's too much to do and too little time to do it in? Or do you find yourself procrastinating, taking longer than you should on certain tasks? In this video, I'm going to share productivity hacks that will help you achieve any goal in any realistic time frame. I'm also going to share how to get more done and have productive days, because as we know, productive days leads to productive weeks, and productive weeks leads to productive months, and productive months leads to productive years, and productive years leads to a fabulous life. Before I dive into these productivity hacks, quick announcement. If you stay till the end, there will be a surprise waiting for you. So please watch and see what awaits. Okay, so in order to be productive, you require a clear why. A clear why will allow you to achieve any what. If you want to find your why, go watch this video up here. I walk through a framework developed by the Japanese called Ikigai, and it's an amazing tool to help you find your reason for being. Along with the Ikigai, I want to introduce another framework. It's called Close the Gap. Close the Gap refers to you wanting to be somewhere that's better than your current environment. It's the ideal place you want to be in your business, in your financial situation. It also represents the place where all your goals have been achieved. You have to define what the golden you is for you. Describe in detail what you want this golden you to be. This could be better health, deeper relationships, financial freedom, whatever it is for you, write it down. Here's the thing. You will definitely get there if you put in the work, and if you watch this channel weekly, it's inevitable. But here's the plot twist. You will never be satisfied at that point until you can accept your current situation. What do I mean by this? I wanted to get to a certain point in my business, and 4 months later, I achieved that goal. And yet, I still wasn't satisfied. It still wasn't enough. I still compared myself to other entrepreneurs who are further in their business and I wanted to be like them. I wanted to be where they are, but I realized that I have to accept where I currently am so that getting to that point feels effortless and so satisfying. So after finding out your why, acknowledging this ideal golden you, and after accepting where you are, how do we close that gap to get there in quick succession? Productivity hacks. The real reason you clicked on this video. The first hack is setting clear, actionable, or short-term goals using objectives and key results. Big surprise. This is nothing new. You know that without a clear plan breeds a lack of clarity, and a lack of clarity kills the dreams of entrepreneurs. On a psychological level, by accomplishing short-term goals, you're also building self-confidence and self-belief and reinforcing the message of I can achieve anything I want. The second is the kill list technique. This helps with prioritization and to do the most important tasks first. I recommend physically writing down the top 3 to 5 tasks that have to get done today, and when complete, physically strike it off with a red pen. This represents you killing the task. A question I get asked is, what happens if everything is a priority? How do I know what to prioritize? This is a really good question, and it can be an entire podcast on its own. The short answer is reflect back to your goals, that golden you, and ask yourself, is this task you're doing now going to move you any closer towards that goal? For example, if my goal is to generate revenue from my business, let's say I want to hit 500,000 in 6 months. If the task that I'm doing does not involve any sort of business development, sales, prospecting leads, that task is not a priority and it has to be moved to the bottom of the list. The third is a time audit using the block technique. Using this time audit template and reflecting on an average day, write down everything that you need to do from the time you wake up till the time you go to bed. After knowing where you spend your time, the next step would be to optimize your time using the block technique. I divide my day into 6 blocks, and each block has a purpose. For example, the first block would be focusing on my health. I would meditate, journal, and then go smash a gym workout. Block 2 would be doing the most important or most challenging tasks. I like to refer to this block as eating the frogs, meaning doing difficult things first thing in the morning so that the rest of the day becomes a breeze. I would encourage you to split your day into the number of blocks that you feel best optimizes your day. The fourth hack is creating a distraction-free environment. This helps us to focus and get more done in less time. The number one thing I recommend doing is putting your phone in another room while working. The average person spends more than 3 hours on their smartphone daily. This small change, by just placing your phone in another room, can allow you to get more than 3 hours of productive work done daily. Imagine what can be achieved in a week. Imagine what can be achieved in a month, in a year, just by making this small change. Okay, I think I've made my point. The fifth and final point is movement. Let me tell you why this is important. Physical activity stimulates the release of endorphins and neurotransmitters that promote feelings of positive well-being and a reduction in stress levels. Incorporating movements throughout your day can help you stay energized, focused, and productive. What happens if you don't move during the day? Sitting for prolonged periods without movement can lead to major health risks such as obesity, heart disease, diabetes, and even certain cancers, just by not moving. A lack of movement leads to also poor posture, increase in muscle stiffness, and pains. The list goes on. And moving doesn't mean exercising. Moving can refer to walking every hour. It could refer to standing up 20 minutes and just jumping up and down. It literally means move your body. Okay, and for now, those that stay till the end, as promised, a surprise awaits. As you know, our membership is launching at the end of April, and we are giving the first 50 members a free coaching session where you can ask anything you want and receive expert advice. This entire package is valued at 1,500 Rand, but for the first 50 members, you get it for a crazy 199 Rand. That's crazy for me to even say, and just thinking about all the value that you will be receiving. Expert advice, access to courses, access to templates, access to like-minded founders who you can ask anything to, access to investors. Honestly, why am I making this so cheap? Well, the short answer is that our goal is accessibility. Accessibility to anyone and everyone who wants to pursue entrepreneurship or who currently has a business, wants to improve their business and take it to the next level. My purpose is to reach millions in Africa, and by making it accessible, we can impact millions. And by sticking to all the productivity hacks in this video, we can do it in half the time.